Hello and welcome to Tech and Time, your one-stop shop for everything tech. And today we have an exciting topic. I do promise you that one. It's that show where we dive deep into that world of emerging technologies such as AI, blockchain, machine learning, and all those big English you tend to hear. Yes, we'll be taking a deep dive into that today. And today we'll embark on a journey into the realm of intelligent machines that learn and adapt. Let's unlock the secrets of AI and, of course, machine learning. So we're going to go on a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Mrs. Chioma Omalai is considered to be a multi-talented lady with lots of skills in digital innovation, including machine learning and artificial intelligence. She is the founder CEO of Tech Edu Hub Nigeria and the host of a TV program, The Pioneer STEM Show. Before she migrated to STEM, she worked with Excellent Media Independent Practitioners Association of Nigeria, MIPAN, members like Media Perspectives and Media Fuse Dentsu Aegis Network. She is a certified STEM educator from STEM.org and one of the biggest advocates of STEM in Nigeria. She loves working on STEM-based curriculum. She is a member of Electronic Media Content Owners Association of Nigeria. She has served in the capacity of event host, event judge, panelist, guest speaker. She is a devout Christian wife and mother. She hopes that Nigerian children and youth will continue to rise to contribute favorably to global innovation.
Before I jump into the questions that I have for you today, if my viewers are just like me, the word AI, we've not even come to terms with it. So, of course, we now know that AI stands for artificial intelligence. Now we're adding machine learning to it.
Yeah.
What's AI? What's machine learning in the simplest of terms?
Okay, sincerely, the way I would like to talk to a layman about this is that you can use both words interchangeably, but there are some slight differences. For example, AI is the umbrella body that encompasses all technologies that can imitate human intelligence. And so what can humans do? Humans can see, humans can communicate with each other, humans can understand, we can interpret from one language to the other. And so there are models, there are mathematicians, statisticians who are continuously building algorithms that will help machines, behave like humans. So that's what AI is. Machine learning is now a subset of AI because under AI you still have robotics and natural language processing and the rest. So under AI, like I mentioned, you have machine learning. And machine learning has to do with, and by the way, I'm a certified machine learning expert.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Now we're dealing with experts here.
And so what machine learning does is that it takes big data, right? It reads big data, it tries to understand patterns so that by itself it can operate autonomously. I'm sure when we continue, I'll kind of break it down. So big data is known for its volume, its velocity, and the varieties, like I mentioned, velocity is the speed which it comes. And big thanks to the way digital innovation has been, for the past few years. So there's a lot of data churning out from the use of your smartphones. So for example, if it's a bank app, for example, or a banking transaction, you can either do your transaction online or through the USSD or through your app or through the ATM, right? So you see all of those varieties, sources of data, and the way it comes, the way people process transaction, that's big data, right? And if you talk about the telecom industry, the way people make calls, via different channels, the way they recharge, those different platforms actually bring about big data.
All right, so now my question to you next is going to be, can you provide us an in-depth analysis of the current state of AI and machine learning, and especially the significance in the technological landscape? You've given us a bit of it, talking about these examples you gave with banking and telecom. So, but to the average man now, how can I take advantage of AI and machine learning, or is it only for big tech?
No. Okay, thank you for that question. It looks like a 3-in-1 question. I'll start with What was the first one? The first sentence you made again?
Okay, so the first sentence was the current state of
yes.
AI and machine learning and the significance in technology. I think you pretty much answered that question already without even...
but there are more case studies.
Okay,
you know,
so oblige us kindly.
Okay, so the current state of AI and ML is that it is blowing massively. It is transcending from arts
okay.
to, pictures, drawings, even storytelling, to the health sector, to the education sector. There is no sector, even to the legal sector, to the manufacturing sector. I think I've mentioned health, to e-commerce, to finance. When you hear fintechs, that's not AI. Fintech is not AI, but there are what's it called? AI applications, yes, in fintech, yeah, and so on.
All right. Okay, so
and so the other question you asked is the applications of this technology in different fields. So, for example, myself and my daughter, she's 7 years, and so we wanted to tell a story. And so I found this app, right, that will have you tell a story, and it will bring out images for you. And then telling that story and working with those images, you already have a book. Okay, so that's AI in storytelling. The likes of the GPTs, chat GPTs, chatbots, right?
It's hard to talk about AI without talking about it.
And before chat GPT, you know, we had chatbots whereby you develop a chat system, whether it's plugged to your Facebook or website, where even though there's no customer representative, human customer representative, the chatbot is actually answering very intelligently, you know, to your questions as the user. And so the birth of chatbots led to, of course, the more complex form now. It's a natural language processing part of AI, which is the chat GPTs, which has to do with numerous data, especially text-based data that's been gathered and has been modeled, you know, to give the right answers to the right person.
All right, so I'm sure the viewers at home may be wondering why we have this robot on this table. Just like I asked you before we started the show, for me, I'm all about practical demonstration and use, especially in trying to explain things to people, because we don't want to talk over people's heads and just speak, and because we have viewers from all around the world, both the ones that understand you perfectly, the ones that are pros just like you, and we have people who don't even understand the faintest idea of what you're talking about. So I'm sure someone is wondering and saying, Austin, when did you start? What are you doing with the robot? Are you missing your childhood that much? So so we're doing something. You did a little demo for me just as before the show started, and explain everything, how AI, machine learning, whichever one comes into play with this robot, and gesture controls.
Yes, okay, thank you very much. And I wasn't done with the different applications.
Okay, so you can just finish on that.
So this will be one of
perfect example,
for example.
Right? Fantastic.
So this is a gesture control robot. Let me just put it here in the middle, and I'm going to put it on. So gesture control is, for example, there's a friend of mine, a colleague of mine, that developed something for the deaf, right? So there's a glove, and so the deaf actually, with all their signs and gesture.
Oh, for the deaf people with hearing,
for the deaf,
problems.
With hearing impaired, right? Yes. And so by the time they are using signs or the way they do, I want to go to toilet and all that, by the time they are doing all of that with that glove, there is an app that is interpreting to the next person that is not deaf that this is what I mean.
Saying.
So that's gesture. You know, gesture has to do with anything.
So, lovely. So
hands.
you've been able to convert ASL, that American Sign Language, to actual communication. That's somebody else who. Nice.
Exactly. So in the same vein, gesture control robots actually would use your gesture. Just give me a minute.
I have super dance as well.
Please don't dance. Okay.
All right.
All right, so I just wanted, because it has its own default when you put it on.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to tell it to move forward. I just hope I've switched the mode. Okay, so that's a move forward. So there is what's it called? There is a sensor built inside of
Okay.
it, and there are different kinds of sensors that you can use for this. You have infrared sensors, IR sensors, you have PIR sensors. You can even use a Raspberry Pi camera for gesture control and some other kind of sensors. Okay, so I'll tell it to, that's it.
Wow.
Okay, so now it's gone forward. Let me see. Okay, let me tell it to go this way. Oh, so it's still coming forward, so let me. So yeah, that's gesture control, right? So just imagine that I can't talk, right? But I'm able to tell it to come, go to the right, and possibly if it's enabled to carry objects, right? It can carry an object from one end
Yeah, this
to the
this
other.
opens
So this is
limitless possibilities
yeah.
because we've seen the same gesture controls in. I'm a car enthusiast. I love
Okay.
cars, especially cars that are technology forward. So I've seen a couple of cars where all you need to do your hand like this, and
Okay.
it turns the volume
Yes,
on, and you
yes.
do like this,
Oh,
it
now
moves
there
to the
you
next
go.
track.
That's
So
it.
that's absolutely brilliant. Well, tell me which one. So which one was in play, AI or machine learning or both? Okay, you already said machine learning is a subset of AI.
AI.
So machine learning is already AI of some sort.
Yes, that's it.
All right, so
It's-
fantastic one. We're going to go on a quick break right now.
Yeah.
When we come back from the break, however, Chiroma will be telling us more about the implementation of AI and machine learning in her own business. That and more after the break. We'll be right back.
Them every day. The fact that you can use your face to unlock your phone, that's computer vision, that is AI. All right, so it's if there were, even for some app developers who just want to stick to developing apps, they will find out that before you know it, AI will take over even app development. There's nothing you ask. There's almost nothing, let me not say nothing. There's almost nothing that you ask ChatGPT to generate codes to build something that it will not give you the correct codes, you know, for that, and the likes of other GPTs. So sincerely, it is time to skill up. But AI is supposed to be there to make our jobs easier. Okay, the way I like to put it is human to machine collaboration. All right, so there is no, in fact, the birth of AI and ML has opened even more jobs, you know, but also gearing in that field. The way it looks like it's closing down some jobs and some mundane and monotonous way of doing things, that is the way it has also opened thousands, you know, of more jobs. And it's still hard for people to fit in because we don't have enough people who are yearning to learn these things, who are sitting down to learn these things. Before you see like a tech role in AI or ML, sometimes it takes 6 months to get the right person into that job. So yes, it is that scary? But let's not be a bit laid back. We want this development, we want this innovation, and AI and ML is one way to best what's it called, innovation. Think of any problem, sir. Think of any problem. Think of any problem. You want to clear the ocean, you want to do something massive, you will see that AI is being applied in that field. For example, in manufacturing, you have predictive, AI can tell you, or machine learning can tell you when to repair this system, or this system is about to get spoiled. Yes, it can do that. So when you have systems like that that can help out, instead of having that machine break down, you know, and then you are having to pay extra and extra and buy different parts, you know, to fix that thing. I mean, when you see that system, who knows like better thing?
Nice question. I think everybody does.
Yeah.
Nice question. Which leads me to the last question
Okay.
as we wrap up the show.
Yep.
From your experience as
Right.
CEO of Tech Edu Hub and a host of the Pioneer
Pioneer
TV program,
Extension.
we'll come to that in the next episode that we're on. What do you see as the challenges of AI and machine learning in Nigeria and possible solutions?
Okay. The fact is that because we don't have enough manpower, we don't have enough people that are really thinking about our problems and looking at how technologies like AI and ML, can solve those problems. So we see ourselves a lot of the time, you understand, using already made programs, you understand, that maybe was meant for another race,
Okay.
that did not consider in terms of how rich the data is. It didn't consider our continent, right? We're using those kind of apps, to judge ourselves or to provide solutions to those problems. So I like to say empathy is the mother of innovation. Do we have enough people that are empathetic enough for the problems in their different sectors? You understand? Because before an AI is built, you have the industry expert. So for example, I can't build any health AI without bringing in a medical doctor for them to tell me, is it true that if a cell is like this, is sickle cell, if the cell is like that, is not sickle cell, so that whatever my digital camera is capturing, you understand, I am labeling it very well.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So we need to have enough people that have a heart, because the platforms, the technology platforms are there, that have enough manpower and empathy to solve our Nigerian solutions with this technology. We may not be able to create or recreate the technology, right? Because, for example, you already have Python codes, you already have JavaScript, but we can leverage on the technology, you understand, fine-tune it, write it, rejig it, to solve our own problems.
Fantastic, fantastic. And on that note, we've come to the end of today's show. I'm sure it was as enlightening to you as it was to me. It's always an enlightening time here on Tech and Time, and I want to thank our guest, Chioma Omolaye. She will definitely be here on the next episode because we need to dig deeper into this AI and machine learning. All right, till we see you the next time, remember to always think, invent, and innovate. God bless you, and bye-bye.
Get ready for non-stop entertainment on Lovell XP. From the hottest TV shows and dramas, inspiring talk shows, educative programs, to the most exciting sport events and informative shows, we've got it all. Prepare to get the word of God that will change your life forever.
And we give the Lord praise, for His mercy endures forever.
Whether you're looking for a family movie night or real event as it is happening in the world and Love World Nation, our channel has something for everyone.
In the Love World Nation and indeed in the body of Christ.
Sport fans won't want to miss a minute of the action with our coverage of the biggest games and tournaments.
How good is your bench? It is the best. They're about to start Europe this week.
Watching all of the highlights, it was
Inspiring real-life stories that will build your faith.
That same speed that Race Crest for me did vitalizes my right and left home.
And music lovers will feel like they have the front row seats to the hottest praise and performances from the Love World Nation. So, tune in to Love World XP and let us bring the entertainment to you. Love World XP, entertainment beyond borders.